If you're spiritually tired, it's not because you're weak, it's because you're being refined, and hell knows you're close to something holy. You don't feel this heavy because you're broken. You feel this heavy because you're carrying something divine that hasn't been born yet. The weariness in your soul is not a sign of failure. It's a signal from heaven that you're on the edge of breakthrough. The enemy doesn't waste attacks on someone going nowhere. He targets the ones who are marked, the ones who've said yes to a calling even when it costs them comfort. That emptiness you feel when you pray and get no response, that fatigue that clings to your worship, that silence that makes you question if God still hears you, it's all part of the process. Jesus wept, Jesus bled, Jesus withdrew to lonely places not because he lacked power, but because the weight of his assignment required moments of deep exhaustion and divine replenishment. Matthew 26:38 tells us, Jesus said, "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death." And if the Son of God could feel crushed under the weight of his purpose, why do you think your tiredness means you're disqualified? It doesn't. It means you're human. It means you're in it. It means you've said yes to something eternal. Spiritual fatigue doesn't come to those who are drifting. It comes to those who are digging deeper, surrendering more, pressing into the things of God when it would be easier to quit. And sometimes the reason you feel tired isn't because you're doing too little, it's because you're doing what's right in a world that rewards what's wrong. You're trying to love purely in a culture that glamorizes lust. You're trying to stay humble while pride gets promoted. You're trying to stay faithful when temptation keeps knocking. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." So hear this, your tiredness is not in vain. God sees every tear you've cried in silence, every breath you've prayed in frustration, every time you've shown up when you didn't feel like it. And that heaviness, that ache in your spirit, it's proof that you haven't given up. It's the echo of your obedience when no one else applauded. It's the pressure of purpose colliding with the resistance of the world. But don't let it lie to you. Fatigue is not failure. You're not spiritually dry because you're disobedient. You're dry because God is teaching you to drink deeper. He's weaning you off shallow waters and calling you into the depths. He's stripping away the rush so you can learn to rest. You keep asking for strength, but sometimes God responds by letting everything else get quiet so you're forced to lean on Him alone. This season might not feel supernatural, but it's sacred. It's the slow-burning work of the Holy Spirit, building endurance in your spirit. Isaiah 40:31 says, "Those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will run and not grow weary, walk and not faint." So don't measure your worth by how energized you feel. Measure it by how faithful you've stayed. Don't despise this exhaustion. Bring it to the altar. Cry if you must. Collapse in His presence if you need to. But don't confuse being tired with being lost. You're still chosen. You're still called. And your surrender, even when exhausted, is more powerful than the enemy's attack. So rest if you need to, but don't retreat. Pause, but don't pull away. Because this weariness won't last, but what God is doing through it will. He's not done with you. He's deepening you. And when the strength comes back, and it will, you'll rise not just restored, but resurrected. So breathe, be still, and let Him carry you through the tiredness into the testimony.